All right, it's recording.
All right.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Digital Bites, the Zoom edition. How are you guys doing? How's everybody here?
You know
Good,
how we do.
man.
Doing good. Doing good.
What is up? Look at that. Everybody show you drinks. Show your drink. Ooh, man,
Mine is empty.
man, you need to go refill it right now, son. This one is actually going to be a really good one, guys. I know there was another Zoom that we recorded before, and I'll definitely post this one. I'll post that one, but I definitely want to talk about this one because I know that right here we got a good group of people as far as our topics as well. We got a lot of juicy topics today. Before we even start, let's just go around the table. Of course, me, Freddie, Mr. Javier Hernandez,
Yo.
and Mr. George Zelaya.
What's up? What's up? Y'all doing all right?
Man, look at that, man. Look at that stash, bro. Man,
It's gonna be gone by tomorrow,
Like a boss.
like a boss.
like a boss. And also Mr. Derek Howard. What is
What's
up, man?
guys?
So, guys, like I said, it's a good one today. We got a lot of topics that we're going to talk about. Just to mention a few that we're going to go over. Of course, I know that there's been a lot of headlines over the remake of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, as well as the MacBook Pro that Apple has shown off in the last few weeks, as well as game consoles, the PS5, as well as the Xbox Series X. And yeah, there's a lot that we're going to dive into here. But to start things going, let's talk about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. How do you guys feel about this, man?
Excited, dude. So pumped and nostalgic.
So the question is, did you pre-order? Any
No.
of you guys pre-order?
No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I already did mine's, man. You gotta be on it, dude.
I saw that on Amazon. It's $40.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
Amazon.
I did the collector's edition. one.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
The
damn.
one with the deck.
I said my yeah with the deck. Yeah, I was like,
How much
oh,
is that one?
That one is $99.
Dang, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was
Heck
not
yeah.
even that much. Yeah,
it was
like-
99.
yeah. I think it
Like,
was
what do you
99.
get with that?
You get the like collector's like skateboard.
Oh yeah, that's right. You get the
game.
you get the original Tony Hawk one of the birdhouse boards.
Yeah, the Birdman. Yeah.
Yeah, let me check real quick what it
Dang,
was.
man, that's cheap, dude. I would totally jump on that.
I heard the PS4 one sold out real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so, what do you guys think of these photos, man, of this remake?
Dude, that
Guys?
thing looks awesome, man.
yeah, the lighting is awesome, dude.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Dude,
man.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look
it's
at
the first
that.
stage.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Dang,
it's
dude.
it's a major step up, man. Because I think I remember when Tony Hawk came on the Dreamcast, I was super stoked because I mean the graphics are a little bit more refined, but of course now
That
that
difference.
yeah, now jumping onto 4K, bro. I mean we're talking about this is right here. This looks like N64 graphics, to be honest, because the way the architecture of if you look at his knee, it's a little bit more different compared to the PS1 graphics.
How was the PS1 one?
The PS1 one was a lot more jaggy. That's one thing that N64 had over the PS1 is that the graphics were a bit more refined. Of course, the drawback with N64 is that it could not display real video.
Or music. It didn't have all the soundtracks or the full music.
Yeah, it didn't. That's true. It was more like instrumental of some of those songs rather than the full lyrics. And I think that had to play with also the fact that it was like a family console. And so I know that on the PlayStation there was blood. So every time you hit something or fall, like little squirts of blood would come out. And I know they removed that on the N64 version. Of course, the music was instrumental because of course, the words and stuff. And but what it did have is just that the graphics were a little bit more refined. So it wasn't as jaggy as the pixelated ones that the PS1 had. But other than that, even then, man, you can totally look at the difference, and it's just amazing how it looks. It's the shading, the 4K in it. I mean, I can't wait to really mess with this game. I had a really good fond memories. I think this is if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the New York.
Yeah, it looks like New York.
Mhm.
Yeah.
New York level.
City level, yeah.
Yeah, the city
Okay,
level.
so-
on that one.
So the
Wow.
collector's edition, it includes Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and then you get the digital deluxe edition content, and then the limited edition full-size birdhouse skateboard deck.
What's that deluxe content?
Doesn't say. It just says digital deluxe edition content. So, I mean, unless you get some bonus, like in-game type of stuff.
Yeah, probably like characters or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
characters, maybe
Costumes,
certain boards.
To be
wardrobe.
honest, I think most of it is gonna be that board, man. Because I mean,
Yeah.
a normal deck. If you were to buy a skateboard, the board itself is about $50. So
Yeah, so it's $99.99 for the pre-order.
Nice.
I might
I
jump on that.
that is
Yeah.
really dope. I know that if you order it, if you pre-order it, I'm not sure if on PS5 they have the same deal, but on the Xbox, if you pre-order it there, you get to they'll throw out the demo. I'm not sure if the demo for the hanger or something that you can, I guess, play in the meantime before.
That demo's out already?
We'll see. That's the thing. I don't know. I have not. Since I haven't bought it yet, I'm not sure if it's already available or it's eventually going to be available.
If that demo's out, I'm gonna go download it right now.
You know what? Yeah, we should probably during this podcast, I'm gonna Google that and see if anybody's already
Yeah.
with it. Because then, if that for sure would be, I would definitely buy it on there. But it's, I mean, dude, like look at this the school level,
Yeah, it's clean.
totally clean on there. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I hear, well, I'm not sure if this is true, but I hear that the characters on this game, they're not gonna be like the young versions. They're gonna be like the older versions.
Yeah, I
heard
just
about
read that. Yeah, I just read that. That's gonna be cool.
And
Oh,
so,
wow.
I wonder if they're gonna be slow.
Right?
break a hip.
dude, so like I would say, what is your fondest memories of I remember the gym of I would say of let me get out of this. What is your fondest memories of Tony Hawk 1 and 2?
It's like the whole package, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The music, the control, like the gameplay it was good, man. It just made sense. It all made sense.
The competition was good too. You know.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you know, you're playing with your buddies. Let's see who does better. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was always cool. It
Yeah,
was fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, dude.
those are
Same
fun,
here.
and I think what made Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 so much more fun was that on the second one you were able to do manuals and you were able to continue combos. So
Right.
that was major, especially for competitions between friends and stuff, and trying to get the highest points and everything. But yeah, dude. I mean, that's probably one of the first things that got me into skateboarding. To be honest, I think it's like that kind of just.
Mhm.
Once I started seeing that, I really wanted to skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was everybody around that time. Everybody wanted to skateboard.
Yeah, it was huge back then, man. I think that game made it huge. I mean, Tony Hawk was already like famous, but when this game came out, he just blew up, man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I think it came at a right time, I believe, because I believe that the skateboarding was, something that people did a lot, but I feel like during that time that this game came out, X Games was, showing that off, and it just kind of like, I think the fame of everything just skyrocketed skateboarding, because there was really no skateboarding game out there like this. I think the closest game at that time that was sort of like Tony Hawk was Extreme Sports. I don't know if you remember that.
Was that the Sony game?
It was made by 989 Studios, I
I
think.
think that was Sony Studio. Yeah.
And but it was not really a skateboarding game. It was more like there was different things you can like bicycle, like rollerblade, but it was more of a race. It wasn't really like you were doing tricks. It was just more like you going down this road, and maybe you'll do like a grab or something. But it was more meant for you to get to the finish line. It wasn't really meant like Tony Hawk was, where you actually had to do tricks. And
It's kind of like a snowboarding game.
yeah, in a way, sort of like that. But I would say who was your favorite character to use? Starting with Tony Hawk's 1 first.
Bucky Lasek, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bucky too, man.
Yeah, I love Bucky.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what it was, man.
It was good.
What about you, D?
I don't know. I get Bucky Lasek or Tony Hawk because Tony Hawk could do the 900.
Oh
That was like sick. You could pull that off.
No, yeah,
Ronnie was pretty good too.
on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney Mullen. Well,
I thought he was the second one.
yeah, Ronnie was in a
I was the
second.
second. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he introduced the second one. Second game, my favorite character was Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which one had Darth Maul? That was 3, right?
I think that was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 3. Yeah, 3 because I know that they released a version for the PS1 and the PS2. But of course, the PS2 was the newest thing, so I mean the graphics were a lot more cleaner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that. But for one thing, on Tony Hawk's 1, I think what I enjoyed the most about Tony Hawk's 1 was just like the music. The music was spot on with that, and also like the Bells video. You remember it's like once you finished I would say playing with the character, you see the Bells video where people are
yeah.
like,
We beat
hurting
the
each
game.
other
Yeah.
on there. Yeah, that was, and I think what was more groundbreaking though was Tony Hawk's 2. Not just because also amazing soundtrack. At that time, you had you had Rise Against the Machine, as well as Power Man 5000.
Yeah. Man.
It was a really good track. There was a few hip hop tracks on that one as well. But of course the skill system was a little bit more harder. So I remember that's when they started releasing the skate words to finish the level.
Yeah, the course.
Yeah, the course. Because the older one, it was the mixtapes. It was not the tape, the videotape you had to grab.
I thought you could spell skate in the first game.
Was it in the first game?
I thought you could. I could be remembering wrong, but
I think it was just certain levels.
I think you had tapes, and then there's like skate.
Yeah, I think it was only certain levels.
I could
The
be
more
wrong.
1 second. Go ahead, guys.
the more narrow levels. Do you remember those?
Okay. Yeah.
Like what was that one level in the canyons? I think.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like any good sequel, like it polished the first Tony Hawk game. The second one was just like everything better.
Everything
but I think
better.
They took what they did in the first game and just made it better and added more to it.
Right. They polished everything. The controls were tighter. Everything was just better overall. Level design was excellent too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And that's
remember
like-
that,
Go
the
ahead.
one level Skate Heaven.
Which one was that one?
I think it's like a sequel of like Skate Heaven where you just like it was like in space kind of, and there's like you just
Oh yeah,
a skate park type thing.
and a bunch of bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh wait,
So-
the first one, one of the secret levels was the alien level, Area 51. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, it brings back memories, man. I can't wait for this game to come out. You think it's gonna have the same impact? I know of course it's gonna cater to the more older crowd. Because I've seen a lot of memes out there already about you're 30 and you're playing Tony Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
Shows a lot of old people, but as
But
far
Tony
as
Hawk's in his 50s, isn't he?
yeah,
think
yeah,
so,
he's
yeah.
old.
Dude. Yeah, he's old.
But
But he's still out there, man. He's still
Yeah,
out
he's
there,
still out there.
shredding it.
Yeah. He
Do you
is.
think it'll have the same impact as far as the younger generation? Because you got to also take a factor in that Skate series came out. Skate 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Was there a 4 or was there only a 3?
That's when I
but-
think went to the what were they called?
Well, it's called Skate.
Underground, was it? Tony Hawk Underground.
Well, that was the Underground series, but that died off. Like
Yeah.
Tony Hawk started really going down after I think after Underground 1, the first Underground. After that, it just really started going
okay.
down. And then that's when like Skate started to come out, and of course Skate introduced the whole thing where you use your thumbsticks in order to do tricks
Yeah.
rather than the conventional way that Tony Hawk used to do, where you used to use the dial pad, not the thumb, but the thumb pad, and to do certain tricks in that sense.
Mhm.
And I remember playing Skate, and it was a fun game. It was refreshing because it was a skate game. Tony Hawk's kind of like fizzled out, and so they kind of filled that void to keep playing a skate game, a skateboarding game, and that one was kind of neat because it wasn't. I mean, it felt a little bit more natural for me. That game,
It felt more simulation style, right?
yeah, in a way, yeah. And but would you think it's going to have the same impact as far as us back in the day with this skate game coming out for new people to play with?
I don't think so because I don't think skateboarding is as big as it was back then. I think it'll have a big impact with the older crowds, the nostalgia crowd, but with us and like with that as it's not gonna have such as broad audience like it did back in the day.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's not. It's just different time. It's not going to be as like mind blowing as it was back then for us. I think part of it was like not just the game stuff, but like the technology. Like we were still like growing in terms of like what consoles could do, and then I think that coupled with what the trend at the time, I don't think it'd be the same effect. I think it'd be like hype for a long time, but like I feel like the world's a different place now. It won't be as like changing as it was back then.
Yeah. The kids like Fortnite right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
But I mean, hey, if they make it, as fun as it was, I mean, it could get people.
I would
new
hope so,
people to get hooked onto it and start
Mhm.
playing it and enjoying every little bit of it. So, hopefully, I mean, I have my fingers crossed in a sense. Like, I want it
Yeah.
to do good. People buy it and enjoy it, and
Would you guys prefer the sequels also to be remade, or they just keep adding like levels to this style? Where it's because this style is much different to the later games. It's more intimate. The courses are more intimate.
Yeah, closed.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better long term just add more courses versus like
Yeah.
creating new games.
I agree. I would love more DLC.
Yeah, just like little like skate pack, like Tony Hawk 3 skate pack, and you just give you a bunch of courses.
Yeah.
Also, I know that this might be another attempt to revive the series, because, like I said, I saw a whole like mini documentary of how Tony Hawk rose and then just completely like bombed towards the end, and I wonder if this is one of these techniques where they want to, bring back the skateboarding thing and see if they can start over with a whole new series. Like they'll use the success of this game and see if they can actually build a new skateboarding game. Of course, I feel like if it's successful with the mechanics that they're using for this game, it might be laid out as far as newer Tony Hawk games to kind of bring back or be back in the game industry, and people will start buying them. Because if you noticed, I believe Neversoft, because Neversoft was like one of the original companies
Yeah.
that started off, but then they died off, and then Activision took over, and it was worse every time. and it just got to the point where they were losing so many cells. And I think one of the worst games that Tony Hawk came out with was the one with the board that you had to like buy the
Oh,
board,
yeah.
which was like
On
complete
the
garbage.
Wii?
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Wii
yeah.
and everything, it was just garbage, man. It was straight up garbage. And
Yeah, I think it was little too ahead of its time.
Mhm. And so I feel like they introducing this game back, of course, it's going to get a lot of people back into it. And so now that they have them back, it's like, hey, we need to keep them, so I feel like they might introduce a new Tony Hawk game that might reflect how, this old school game used to play. And we might be seeing like actual, like, new characters here, like the new guys here, like Nigel Houston, a lot of these new skateboarding kids there are out there and have been out there for a minute, and introduce a whole different game at that point. So I'm wondering what the success of this, if they're going to introduce something like that.
I could see that like a Tony Hawk, kind of like Madden. It's not Madden playing anymore, but it's all the new kids under the Tony Hawk brand.
Yeah, because right now, man, like Nigel Houston is a skateboarding kid, man. He's like the Michael Jordan right now in the skate industry. And I've seen him rise, man, from being a little kid to what he is now. And this dude is great, man. He is the next Tony Hawk, and he has a huge following. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deal with this kid to be the new face of the Tony Hawk series, unless he gets really cocky and wants his own Nigel series. But it'll be interesting to see, because now like skateboarding, even though of course on the gaming industry side, skateboarding is not that big. There hasn't been really any games out there, but as far as like the skateboarding in real life, it's still a common thing, kind of like basketball and football. It does have its following, it does have its people, and the introduction of girl skateboarders, it just throws in a whole new mix to it, which I've seen a lot more girls get into skateboarding, and so I'm sure they can probably introduce that into the game and really capture an audience to continue playing these games. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I hope for the best, because I do miss the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah, same here.
Mhm.
Same here. On there. If we don't have any more to talk about as far as IGN goes, kind of want to move next, of course, in lines of video games for now. The Xbox Series X presentation, as well as the Xbox, the way it looks. Wanted to get you guys' opinions over this, because I've been wanting to get people's opinion as far as how this thing looks, man. This thing looks like a cheese grater, as well as like a mini microwave toaster looking thing.
It looks like a Amazon package.
It does, dude. It like,
Mhm.
even though this would have been kind of interesting if they would have done it this way. It was like
It, I mean, that probably would have been better.
a little cylinder, yeah, that would look kind of cool. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
You know what it looks like? It reminds me like a little like gift box, like put in like gift, like at a wedding or something. You got your little gift box and you're sliding in
slide in
the
the
All the
Cards
cards.
cards and stuff.
Nice. That's funny.
That's what it looks like to me.
I think it's fine. It's whatever. I don't really care about the looks anymore. I guess they played it safe. I mean, I know there's a lot of industrial design involved on the inside. It looks like a PC. It just looks like a PC.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about too. How are you gonna put it like in your TV console? Like because I mean, you can't really. I mean, I guess you can have it standing up depending on how your TV console is, but like for example, mine's like where I have it, fits perfectly, but it's either you're gonna lay it down on its side to fit it where you need to, or
Mhm.
Is it gonna be like standing right next to your TV? You know, like
Hmm.
It for me, it looks like it's gonna be some. It's gonna look like a subwoofer. That I'm just gonna put on the bottom.
It looks just like
Yeah.
my subwoofer. Like my subwoofer cut in half. That's what the Xbox would be.
Mm.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of the design, but of course, if it does what it needs to do and give us better graphics, and so what I do like is it does have an NVMe SSD, which is
NVMe.
yeah, which is pretty nice. They're doing away with the conventional 2.5 inch, and they're going with more of a uh, a memory stick looking SSD, I would say.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if it's upgradable. That's what would be kind of nice if they actually have an extra slot to put in. I think that's one of the things that
They do.
They do. So there is
Yeah,
there is expanded storage for this.
Yeah, on the back. If you go up back to the top picture,
Mhm.
I think it's there.
I think it's going to be like proprietary too. I think.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't show it there, but yeah, there's a slot in the back if you find one of those pictures where you can insert more storage.
I think it says it right there, like in that list. It says expandable storage. 1 terabyte expansion card matches internal storage exactly. So,
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
yeah. So it's probably gonna have to be the same one, you know.
they look like memory cards.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Yeah, they look like
Which
memory
is pretty
cards.
cool.
Yeah,
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 how far we've come in terms of technology.
yeah.
Do you remember when PS1 we had the blocks for
Yep.
storage,
Yeah.
and then like X64 had the
Expansion pack.
yeah, the little expansion pack thing.
Yeah.
You know, the
Uh-huh.
expansion pack was only what 2 megabytes, I think, or 4 megabytes.
I think the one it
forgot.
came with was 4, and I think it upgraded to like 8 or 16. I think with that little Rumble pack.
Yeah,
To play certain
that was
games.
a game changer, man.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, dude.
Megabytes,
I mean,
not
the X-
gigs, megabytes.
it definitely boasts a nice spec of I would say of stuff as far as what this Xbox will have.
Man, it's gonna be a beast, dude. All these machines are gonna be beast.
Yeah.
You know what I am more disappointed is that buying the Xbox One X was lackluster
Oh yeah,
for me.
yeah.
It's like
You have it, Freddie? You have the One X?
yeah. I remember it was on Thanksgiving. It was on Black Friday, and Javi was like thinking
Have he
about it.
forced you to buy it or what?
Well, I agreed to it. I was just like,
He's
if
like
you
he said if you don't buy it, we're not friends anymore.
buy- I remember Derek was there too. We were just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
was like-
man, peer pressure, dude.
well,
Yeah, it was super good.
I kind of threw myself in there. I was just like, well, Javi, if you buy it, then I'll buy it. He's like, bet. I was
he's like, bet.
ah,
Bet.
man. All right.
Yeah, he was just waiting for someone else to be like, "Yeah, let's do it."
So yeah.
I don't want to be the only sucker.
Yeah,
I know.
mean, like I still got my my first Xbox One. The
No,
original
no.
Xbox One.
In all honesty, the X is so much better than the original Xbox. So much better.
It is as far as like it does have its things for sure. Like because I know that with Xbox One X, a few things are more enhanced. There's a little bit more capabilities as far as rendering and certain games are able to do other things within the game that Xbox One X can do, right? Which is nice. But I think what left me wanting more is that there wasn't really a game dedicated to the Xbox One X. Like you were kind of waiting for that one game to come out to say, this is why I got the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
And that's I guess that was my hope. I'm sure you felt the same way, Javi, where we were in that investment that buying this, once the game comes out, we will be able to play a game dedicated to only Xbox One X.
Mhm.
Right.
Which really never came around. It was more of just games that were running on the normal Xbox as well as the PS, the PS series. But there wasn't. For me, like to justify what I paid for, didn't really come through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
on there.
Thanks a
So
lot,
it's
Javi.
kind of like what I'm afraid of with these new consoles. Like Yeah, they sound super beastly. The specs are amazing, but how much better are these games going to really be?
You know, and I think this is really well. This is interesting. When clicking on this guy here, you can tell. So this is running an Xbox Series X. You can see that the interlacing as well as the shadowing is a little bit more refined.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's kind of like, is it $500 better?
See, that's what doesn't win me over.
Yeah.
And what I would say for me, what really solidified the whole thing was when I saw the Xbox presentation, and they showed that one game. I guess it was the very first game they showed, as far as I would say,
The one with the rain.
yeah, with the rain.
Yeah, it looked
Like
really pretty.
it looked really pretty, but it didn't impress me. I was just like, this already kind of looks like some of the games that Xbox One X or the normal X can kind of run.
Mhm.
And looking at this picture of the Xbox Series with Gears of War, I mean, yes, there's a little bit more shading. There's more. It looks a little bit more finer, but it's not a major. It's
Jump.
not a. It's not a. It's not a PS1 to a PS2 difference.
Yeah.
Because when you look at PS1 and PS2, PS1, I mean, the pixels were just jagged. It was crazy. But once PS2 came out, you saw how well the characters were a lot more shaded. They looked a lot more refiner. So it was almost a night and day look.
Mhm.
Here it's almost like they're taking like an Apple approach, where it's just a bump.
It's a
bump.
slight bump. Slight bump.
Yeah, it's just a bump. It's a bump. It's not.
Because
It's
I
not
think
a night and day.
I think you also got to think about too. You got to make sure you got the right TV or
Yeah.
monitors to really be able to tell, like, oh yeah, there's this bump, right? Like there's this improvement. I mean, because if you're still, got a basic, just a 4K TV you got it like 3 or 4 years ago, are you really going to be able to tell the difference
Right.
if you're coming off an Xbox One X to the new one? So.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. It's you got to have all the right instruments to really, I would say, really captivate what that console is supposed to do for you.
And I think that that Xbox, what do you call it, conference, I guess, it didn't really do a great job of showing what the game or the console is going to be capable of. That one game that you were talking about, Freddie, that's the one that looked pretty nice. Like all the special effects look really good. And that was made by one person. Like one guy is making that game. So I still think there's a lot of potential there. We just haven't seen it. And
Well,
I don't think any of the consoles have done a good job of showing off anything.
and well, that's what I'm waiting for. I just don't want to fall into another Xbox One X. I would say expectation that
Just don't listen to Hobby, man.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
listen to bro.
it's just like, you're banking on that one studio that really brings out the light of what this machine is meant for, or at least what it can display. And that will kind of be like, oh man, this is a must have because I really need this game. Like it's almost like, do you guys remember the PS3 when Killzone 2 came out? Oh, not two, no, with the Killzone 2, supposedly like the demo for Killzone 2. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
You know how cleaned it looked, like
Mhm.
how like smooth it was. That right there, man. For me, it was like, man, dude. Like if the PS3 can really display this, like this is so bomb. Like I really want a PS3 to play Killzone. Of course, once Killzone 2 came out, it didn't really look like what they showed on the demo, but I mean, at least I guess in a sense, you started to I would say you were at least investing yourself that you were getting a game like that,
Yeah.
And so that's the thing for me is just like I hope that a studio out there really shows a game that says, man, this is what how things are supposed to look on the Xbox One X series on there.
Look at that. PlayStation versus PS2 versus PS3.
Yeah,
These,
you're right.
these jumps are not that great, but from PS1 to PS2,
Yeah, it's
huge jump.
Yeah, very.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and that's what I would love to see. But of course, you know, it feels like they're just bumping it. You know, um, I would say as far as the Xbox One X series presentation, what do you guys think about that?
Boring, lame. All the games look the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it, so I got no input.
Don't worry
I don't
about it.
know.
You're not missing anything.
They
So
said
cool.
So
so,
that's why I'm here with you guys, so you can just tell me
yeah,
the bullet points. You
it
know.
was supposed to be like a gameplay reveal, but they barely showed any gameplay. It was like all cutscenes.
Yeah, that's what the biggest complaint was, the gameplay reveal that didn't actually show any real gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, man. It was boring and lame. I'm just like, really, this is next gen because
Yeah.
it's not selling at all.
So
Or-
like, so they had a whole presentation, and Epic had that one video of their one demo, their tech demo,
Mhm.
and that looked so much better than everything they showed off. That Xbox showed off.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a real game though, right?
Actually, I think it might be a real game.
Let's see if we can pull it up. I don't think it is. Did you see that, Freddie?
Which one?
The one with that girl is flying through the canyons. I think I have a video here.
No, but you got it. Show it, man.
Pull it up right now.
Right now, I'm setting up for the PS5.
So this is a PS5 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo. It's not finding it. There it is.
Is it on the right screen?
Yeah, I don't think you hit the right screen, Javi.
Yeah, dude. You see
Um,
Eric's crying.
So I see a lot of air crying.
do you see it now?
No,
No, so hit. I don't think you chose the right screen.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on like your desktop.
Oh, there it is. My bad.
No, you gotta.
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
there it is.
There it is.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Kicked you out. Like, now you done.
You didn't like it.
Like, yeah, nah.
Like no, we want to see Eric's messages.
Eric's
I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I was expecting for the Xbox. Let me show you. See, this is clean, man.
Wow.
Yeah, this is so nice. Well, I like that they're showing at least actual gameplay.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
So nice.
Yeah. Dang.
Look at the detail, the lighting, the shadows. It's all like.
Well, yeah, it's dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It looks like a next generation Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I need to get into a game, an adventure game.
Oof.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is awesome, dude.
Did you ever do the Star Wars game, Freddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Anyways, that's kind of what I expected, man.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what else they have. Supposedly they're gonna trickle information and videos out little by little.
Ah, okay. What now? In that same sense, what did you guys think about the PlayStation 5? Am I showing the right screen here, or?
Wait, is
Whoa.
that the console? Oh, and I kicked you out.
Oh wait, no, that's because I stopped it. Sorry about that. Let me show that again. There we go. Share. All right. So this is what we're looking at, guys. as far as
I like the Earwax ad.
oh yeah. So what do you guys think of this console, man? As far as
Wait,
the
is this
PlayStation 5?
official or is this
Well,
like
I
a
don't know if
render?
this is
No, this is a
official.
mock-up.
This is a mock.
Uh,
It almost look kind of like the real thing.
Yeah.
There's so many
uh,
mock-ups, but
I mean,
Uh,
it's
I
different.
don't like that
it's
design.
different.
But
I don't like the colorway. I don't like the colorway.
it looks like a stormtrooper.
I think it's they're trying too hard at that. Like when they go this far.
It's
I guess
tough.
they're trying to innovate. I guess have
Just
something
like-
different, right?
Yeah, I like that black one, the basic black one.
Yeah, I mean it's hard because like you see Xbox they preview like a that whatever right there you can see in the corner. It's just really basic and
Yeah,
it's kind of it's very function over form, but it is nice. It's like to see some effort in a console design. Even though you don't think about what your console looks like a lot, but it's still
Mhm.
like I would be nice to have something more than just a box.
my favorite design is the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was cool.
Yeah, I love the Dreamcast design.
Hey guys, if it would have looked like this right here,
Yeah.
No, man, it looks like a '90s console.
Oh, if they did that, I'd be in. I'm like sold.
So,
Throwback 90s, yeah.
Yeah,
The 90s
throwback.
are cool again.
wait, this looks like one of those what are
So
those
that's
respiratory tailored-
that's based off the dev kits, apparently. So the dev
Really?
kits look very similar to that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All that breathing.
Yeah.
It turns on at night after after a long playing games. It'll start. You'll be able to breathe a little better
Right.
on there. But yeah, I mean it's an interesting. The controller looks interesting.
Mhm.
What do you guys think of that control?
I don't like the design of it, but I mean, it looks more comfortable than the last ones.
Yeah, I mean as long as it's hard to tell. As long as if it's like ergonomic, if I can hold it and it's just I guess one of the things you just gotta hold it. If it feels right, then it's good.
My question is, that's if they're of course they're always trying to make this look more futuristic, but if you already got a good ergonomic design, why don't you just stick with it, man? Like if you already built a control that hits all the points that you need for a control to have in order to feel good and play good, in the end it's just a control. You're looking at the screen, you're not looking at your control when you're playing.
Nah, man, it's all about the control in my opinion.
I mean I think you have to like if they kept it the same, they'd get like called lazy. Oh, they couldn't innovate a new controller or because like not everybody was a fan of the PS4 controller. So they had to make some changes because again, I feel like the new PS5 controller is kind of almost Xbox-ish in a way.
Because like my favorite control has always been the PS2, PS3 control. Like I feel like that one really hit everything as far as thumbsticks,
Yeah, the DualShock.
the DualShock and everything. Like for me, it's like maybe you change a little bit of design, but don't completely change the design. If it works, it works. I mean, unless you're gonna be looking at your control while you're playing the game the whole time just to admire how it looks. Most of the time, you're just paying attention on what's on the screen. But I'm guessing other people, for me, it's like, why do you need to completely do a redesign? You just build.
I think it's for the same reasons that Derek said. Not everybody was happy with it. I'm not a fan of the DualShocks. I never prefer that one, but I do like this. I think this design looks much more comfy than any of the DualShocks before it.
This one, it gives me a little bit of the look of the Xbox control. It's just like I feel like the Xbox control is a little more fatter. But I mean, because if you look at this, let's say you look at this picture, right, and you look at the here, it looks like it's just a little more fatter on this
Mhm.
area, and the control is a little bit more thinner here.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a little more stretched out a little bit. So I mean, I would love to play with it. Give it a little. Oh well, there you go. You got one right here.
Yeah. Yeah, very similar, man.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, just have some uniformity between the consoles.
You know, I totally forgot that, you know, the Xbox has its thumb joysticks, the one higher than the other compared to the PlayStation, where they're both on the bottom.
That's the right way.
How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel a major difference when you're playing a game? Because I know Derek, you know you play both games, so I mean both the consoles.
I honestly like it's not a big enough difference that I like notice it actively. Because controllers are so small enough that like it's I don't know. It's not a big deal for me. That's all I can say is I don't really notice when I'm playing when I switch between Xbox and PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to favor the PlayStation controllers more just because I don't know, just as it goes the consoles I started out with. But in terms of like actual feeling, it's the same to me.
Nice. Hobby, looked like you disappeared on there.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Yeah, my thing is like frozen, so
Uh-oh.
you might not see me.
Oh, no.
At least we'll see your picture.
Yeah,
No,
get a
no,
picture.
no.
Just keep it like that. That's fine.
I'll say any final thoughts with PS5 and the Xbox One X series.
I mean, we'll see how both of them go. What's the price point for both consoles?
They haven't announced that.
I haven't announced it.
No.
I'm gonna bet like $5.99.
Whoa!
I'm thinking
What
40.
what I am hearing is that apparently PlayStation is taking a loss on their end as far as the price point. They want to do it.
They did that with the PS2 and 3. I think they took a lot. I know for sure the PS3 they sold those at a loss.
I think my webcam died, guys.
Dang, gave up on you, bro.
It's the same one that
Kaio?
George just got.
Dang, that Kyle.
Why? What happened?
It's just it was cutting it out earlier and it kept cutting out and then finally it just died.
Yeah.
Is it old
Oh.
or you've had it for a while?
No, I just got it at the beginning of this pandemic.
Wow.
Dang, the Rona got it.
Oh,
Get on that warranty, man. Manufacturer
Yeah,
warranty.
let me see if I'll check that out.
It could be a defective one, maybe.
I'm still gonna buy it because I like how your screen is, George. It's very clean.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I like it a
That
lot.
look nice.
Yeah, very.
Oh.
Like somebody.
I'll let you know, man. Because it's really hard to get right now on Amazon.
Yeah,
It's like if you see it on there, it's like you gotta just go ahead, do the one click buy.
and just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
You can't waste any time on it.
So I'm
Especially right now, they're a commodity right now. So
Commodity.
Sounds good, guys. So moving on to the technology side of things, apart from games, the MacBook Pro.
oh yeah.
They unveiled it not too long. Oh, well, it was a few weeks ago, right? They unveiled the MacBook Pro, and
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I think.
yeah. So look at this baby. We're about to show it, man. Look at this thing.
Ooh-wee.
Man, this is nice. This is a 16-inch
That's a
model.
16.
Yeah.
We
But
got two people in the house,
but-
huh?
But the 12 is what I mean. The 13 inch was what was new. This is from 2019. But what was released 2 weeks ago was the new 12-inch.
On there. It looks sleek, bro. This thing, it's a little, just a few centimeters fatter than the predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, but of course they're doing that because they had to introduce the new keyboard, which how do you, Derek? What do you think? What do you think about that keyboard, man?
It's a huge improvement. My wife has like a 2015 MacBook Air,
Mm-hmm.
and the keyboards, like after a while, they start to they're like for flat. They stick,
Mm-hmm.
which was a big problem on those. I know a lot of you had to take back in to get the keyboard replaced, but the keys on here is awesome, and I like the trackpad too.
Yeah, because I know the 16-inch is a little bigger, right? It has a huge trackpad to it. But I mean, I have the 2017 one, and I've been doing my best to take care of it. So because I know because of that butterfly keyboard, normally if you don't clean it regularly, dust and stuff will creep under, and that's what kind of causes the issue of like the keyboard not working correctly. So I've always tried to clean it as much as I can, so I don't have to replace it. But what are you guys' thoughts on this new MacBook, man?
I am excited. I ordered mine. I think it comes in Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm working on a 2012 MacBook Pro, and I maxed it out to the max, and it's still like it struggles. Even earlier, it was like the fans were going off just with Zoom. I mean, so it's going to be a big improvement. And the only reason I've waited so long is because of that keyboard, man.
You know, I will say, man, I enjoy the keyboard. I just, but I would say if they're going back to the normal keyboard that on the previous MacBooks, then I welcome that change as well. Because I enjoy both. I kind of like the flatness of the butterfly keyboard. I enjoyed it, but I know that a lot of people like to have that feeling that they're pressing on something rather than not feeling that much at all. And so I can definitely understand the aesthetics of it on there.
Yeah, because I got the same thing with the butter. Like my only concern with those is not that it's flat. Well, yeah, I guess it is, but just when I'm traveling across the keyboard, like I'm constantly having to hit backspace and delete stuff just because I'm typing the wrong letters and stuff. So
I see.
I think that's like my only concern.
Yeah, I like the feel of the butterfly, but I mean, I kept hearing about people taking them in and having issues with them. And they never fixed it. That's why they had to go back to this scissor keys.
Yeah, because I know that because of that, Apple extended the warranty of the keyboard, like I think an extra year, which I think I'm already almost at the end of my year as far as being able to switch it. I may have a few months left, so I might just take it in just to switch it out, just to switch it. Yeah, I think that's one of the things for the reason why they extended it in order to service that issue on there. But as far as the design, man, I really, I would say the design is
it's the same, right? It's the same as yours.
It's the same. Just a little thicker, but I mean, it's that famous look that you got a Mac, But one thing I do really like about this generation is that it already comes with the bar. Any model that you choose, even the lowest grade, already comes with a touch bar. Compared to the previous models, the touch bar was it was an addition. It was like an a la carte type of deal. So if you wanted that, you had to shell out like another like $200-$300 on top of what you were already paying for the Mac.
I hope it's useful. I hear a lot of either you hate it or love it.
So I had one of these for a little while at work. I was using one of these, and it is convenient because you can add tabs onto the bar, and basic things like lowering the level of the music, as well as like muting stuff. Especially if you're like in a conference call. And someone's talking too loud or something, you can just automatically just press on the touch bar and lower the volume rather than searching and clicking to lower the volume. It also, you can create tabs to immediately go to certain things rather than searching to click it. You just click on it immediately on the touch bar, and it'll open up the application that you need, that you set it for. So I do see some of the practical uses for it. Derek, I think you would know a little bit more about it since I'm sure you've been messing with it for a bit. What do you think at least for now, where do you think the touch bar worked for you?
It just takes some getting used to because I'm used to on my old Pro. It had like the buttons, so like little things like adjusting the volume, like a slightly extra step. Like you tap the volume and then you can like scroll a bar versus just tapping a button a couple times to adjust volume.
Mhm.
I know there's
Um,
apps out there where you can customize it, right?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't fully like fleshed out like the uses of it for yet, but like even right now, like I'm looking at it, it's interacting with like the Zoom app. So like there's like a share screen button. I can mute myself with it, mute the camera. I can leave this chat with it all through the bar.
Hmm.
So just, again, it's pretty cool. Again, I think the more you play with, the more use I'll find out of it.
Yeah. I was like this close, Derek, to upgrading to the 16-inch, but that thing's massive, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was looking at 13, like the one you showed me, and I was
Yeah.
starting to spec it out. I wanted to up the storage space,
Yeah.
and then the processor. No, not storage, but RAM, and the processor, and that put me right at like the 16, and I'm like, and the 16 has like the dedicated graphics card, so like
Yeah.
you know what? In case I want a game someday, let me just ball out and get the 16-inch.
Did you upgrade the 16 at all?
No, I just like I guess the base model, the 2399 one. That's the one I got.
16, the 16 gigabyte.
Yeah, so yeah, the one on the far right column,
Okay.
the one that's the one I got pretty much.
Nice.
I didn't make any changes to it.
Okay.
Space gray or silver?
Space gray.
yeah, that space gray is nice, man.
Yeah, it is. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, it's very sleek. When I think honestly, besides the sleekness of the MacBook, that's kind of one of the things that won me over was just the color. I really like
Mhm.
that color.
I do plan on in the future getting one of those external GPUs, man.
Those look nice. Yeah,
They're not
Yeah.
expensive either.
Yeah, they're
like
affordable too.
yeah, I think Apple sells one for $300. It's not the best graphics card, but like Razer has a
Mhm.
a case which you can put like one of the higher end graphics cards.
Mhm.
That's gonna be fun to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, in terms of storage, I only have the 512.
Yeah,
But
same
I've been
here.
I got a 2 terabyte external, and then the Thunderbolt slash USB-C. It's so fast, so you don't even notice the difference that you're working off an external.
Oh, you have a Thunderbolt hard drive?
No, it's just like it's like a USB
USB-C?
3.0. No, it's like an old USB 3.0, but
Okay.
Okay.
I'm using
Still
a
fast.
the dongle through the
Oh yeah.
so and it's still pretty fast. So
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do too, because I have multiple externals.
mhm.
Freddie, you about to drop money or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Don't mind
Ball-
me.
ball
Like,
out,
put it
son.
on
Do
the
it,
cart,
bro.
man. Let's-
We did it. You do it.
Yeah.
Ball out, son.
damn.
I ain't doing it. I ain't-
Oh, that Magic Mouse dog, get that black.
Javi's
Nah,
always
George just got a TV. You're
Hey,
good. Man.
is this what you're talking
Yeah.
about, Derek? I mean, Javi, the
No,
external-
there's another one. That's a nice one too, but there's another one that's cheaper than that, like $300.
Hmm.
That office dog.
You know which one I have? I have the 12-inch MacBook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a nice
the
one. That's the one that's like it's a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's real thin, man.
Yeah.
It's small. That's what I'm currently using
Yeah,
right now.
get them AirPods.
Just go all ball out, bro.
Everything. Give me everything. One of everything on the
Yeah.
list.
Let's see.
Dang.
That's not bad.
So
Yeah.
if I were to get it, I would get it with at least with 16 gigs for sure.
Yeah.
On there. I already got a mouse, so I don't need
Hit checkout, man. Hit checkout. Come on.
No,
Uh,
so the one thing is, Freddie, I would never get the lower end MacBook Pro because it's essentially a MacBook Air.
Yeah, but I enjoy like it the MacBook Pro 13-inch, it is in a weird spot. I would definitely agree compared to the Air. But I'm like one of those people that I like
You
to
just want
have,
the Pro on there.
yeah, I just want well, it's like
Yeah, I got the Pro.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're driving a Ferrari on a 30-mile like road, you know, that max is only 35 to 40 miles per hour, like, but it is a Ferrari. So it's I enjoy what I do enjoy about it is that I think well, I'm not sure about this new Air that they're showing here, but I do like what the Pro has, which is a little bit of better processor,
Mhm.
especially that I'm not heavy on my MacBook, but I do use applications like GarageBand and stuff like that, And so I rather have something that can handle that stuff without really giving me any type of pushback. As far as maybe the MacBook Air might give me a little bit more slowness because it's running under a lesser processor. And so I rather have something that it may be a little more overpowered, but at least I know that whatever applications I'm running, I'm not gonna have any issues as far as that goes.
That's why I went with the higher tiered one, because I'm constantly pushing my computer. Like I destroy these things.
Well, yeah. See, especially for you, Javi, and of course you, Derek. You guys are doing a lot more rendering, a lot more. You actually put into use what the MacBooks are meant for. MacBook Pros are really meant for. To really give you that design power that you need in order to run the applications that you want. Like compared to me, my applications are not as resource heavy. So I know that for me, buying a 16-inch wouldn't really be something I would want because I just don't use all that power. It would just be more of a nice looking PC to have, but really I'm never really going to push it the way it's meant to be pushed. So I'd rather stick with a 13-inch where, yes, it's a little more expensive than the Air, but at least I know that if I do decide to run some application that requires a little bit more power, I know at least I'll have the resources to do it rather than be cut off with the MacBook Air and have, I would say, a little bit more trouble running those applications in that sense. Honestly, I've never really been a fan of the Air, to be honest. I've always, it almost felt more inferior than the rest of the line. I understand what it's meant for. Like, I feel like it's more meant for like the student to run like Office and all this and browse the web and all that stuff.
I feel like it's almost obsolete now because like the Pro, like the MacBook Air, because when it first came out back in like 2008 or whatever, it was like this gimmick was like it was crazy thin, But now everything is thin, so it's just like it's cheap.
Like you have the Chromebooks now. Chromebooks didn't exist back then. Like Chromebooks can do everything that the MacBook Air can do, but for a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And some Chromebooks are real nice now. If the MacBook Air was like $700, $800 starting, then I could see I could give it a little bit of, you deserve to be here, but right now it's kind of like I wouldn't pay that much for what you get for a MacBook Air.
On there.
Yeah.
But what about you? Yeah, are you looking forward to get another MacBook Pro, George?
Maybe not right now. Same thing. I like kind of like you, Freddie. I don't use it to render any videos or anything like that. So right now, just like my 12-inch MacBook from 2017, I think it was. But I mean that works for me. I usually just do like stuff like this, chatting online. I do have Lightroom installed on here and Photoshop, but it's just like real minor stuff that I do with it. But but not anytime soon. If anything, I think I would probably would get like the new iPad Pro, because that looks pretty sick with
those are nice.
The new keyboard. You know what I'm talking about, like that.
That keyboard,
Magic Keyboard.
Yeah, Magic Keyboard.
That thing is. It's like, nice. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's nice.
Yeah. But just the whole portability and just you can just do a bunch of stuff with it. So
yeah, that Magic Keyboard is so nice, bro. I just love how it sits on there.
How about this, Freddie? You and I get the new iPad Pro with the Magic Keyboard.
Oh my God!
Then,
so you actually don't need to get the new iPad Pro. You can get last year's and get one of those keyboards.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to spend all your savings.
I mean, I like how it stands like almost like mid-air type of deal.
Cool.
It's really.
I think it's pretty neat, man.
It is. It looks nice. It's just that it's also one of those things that unfortunately, like, for for what I do, it's like it's overkill, you know.
Nah, man, just do it. Just you and I will do it, and then
I did that one.
we'll have something to talk about. You know.
All there. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. Like, honestly, I would love to have that design of the iPad Pro to be put on the normal iPads, like that squarey design. I really like that a lot. I wish they would have had something like that on there. But anyways, guys, I'm not sure if you guys have anything else you guys want to mention. If not, we can call it a night.
No, man, we're good.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, we covered all the bases.
Sweet, man. We'll definitely be posting this on the YouTube channel, Derek. So please, if you could do this favor on that.
Yeah. of
Also,
course.
check out Digital Bytes podcast. Was it, or the Digital Bytes?
It's just Digital Bytes.
Yeah,
I
Digital
changed it
Bytes.
to Digital Bytes. Right now, it's just a bunch of like random gaming videos of some like from stuff I've done, stuff Sam has sent me. But again, like, yeah, we'll start adding podcast stuff. So in case you want to watch instead of just listen, check it out.
Dope. And I know that right now you're doing the Final Fantasy VII gameplays, walkthroughs.
Yeah.
So have you already rendered a video using your MacBook Pro, new one?
I did last night. I did a video, about a 30-minute video. It took me about 20 minutes to render it.
Nice.
Nice, bro. That's good.
I think that right there is what made it all worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It takes me like an hour for a 2-minute video right now.
I took that one like 4 hours for that one 30-minute clip. It's like, that's it. I got a new computer.
Wait, did you? I would have totally ran that render one more time just to see how much you cut. Did you do that?
No. Here's the thing. You know how you said like watch that video render and it's all like messed up. It was messed up. Like it was like all cropped out in the wrong angle. It was really weird, and the quality's like, oh god, I wasted 4 hours for nothing.
Oh, dude.
Wait, did you run the same render on the new MacBook?
Same. No, it's a slightly shorter clip. I think that cause it's different games, but like same clip length.
Nice.
Like,
I think you sold the thing on Javi, because I'm sure Javi loved to hear that you only took 20 minutes to render it.
Well, I'm gonna play with mine and see what's up, and then I'll make a decision.
Yeah.
But
On there.
yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna
Keep in mind, like my Mac Pro is from 2008, so
No. That's true. That's a good point.
True. But you beefed that sucker up, didn't you?
it was like maxed out. But it's like I think it's just the processors. Like, let me show you real quick the benchmarks I did real quick before we go.
Yeah, let's check this. Well, I want to see
Let
this.
me share screen. Hold on. Safari.
I think if I were to upgrade to the new MacBook, it would just be more because of just the keyboard. Honestly, that's the only because I mean the 2017 I have does everything I need to do, and it runs perfectly fine. It would just be more of the keyboard than anything, and the touch bar.
Your storage would double too.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised I still haven't maxed out on my 128.
Okay.
Oh man, everything's in the cloud. That's why.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so here it is. I benchmarked my 3 main computers, and as you can see, the 16-inch single core works almost as well as all 4 Mac Pro 2008 cores.
Yeah.
Actually, it surpasses both of them together, man.
Yeah, like if you look at it, like the multi-core, when this thing is doing work, it blows the other 2 computers even combined out the water.
Yeah.
It's like, dang.
Jeez,
That's 10 years for you.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this a program that you download, or can you run this web-based to bench it?
It's just it's Geekbench. You just download it and it'll run, and you can create an account. It'll keep track of all of your
Scores.
all your benchmarks. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it's the paid version where I actually like compare them side by side, because I do want to make a video and just compare them side by side and make graphs and stuff just to see the difference. But like when I saw this big number rated at 5,000, I'm like, dang.
Dang, you wrecked.
Yeah, I was like, jeez.
Well, I'll let me borrow your account. I'll Geekbench this one before I swap it out.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be nice, man. Just to see where's your yours
Yeah.
is
Where it
2000.
stands.
Yours is 2012, right? You
Yeah,
said
mid 2012. Yeah.
2012.
Nice.
I'll throw mine in there too, just in case.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw mine too. This is all.
it's all.
Let's throw all each other.
I pass it around like.
Yeah.
No, but no lie, dude. I'm so tempted of getting the new MacBook because it looks so sleek. I like the look.
I think if you did get one, you'd have to get like that 2.0, the brand new one that came out. Because I feel like the other ones, from what I read, it's not a big jump. You'd have to get like
the 8th gen. Yeah, 8th gen chips are like they're the same.
Yeah.
The same, right?
Yeah.
I would have to. If anything, I probably would sell my 2017.
They have trading programs too.
Yeah, but
They
they're crap.
suck, man. They
Do
suck.
they?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
bad. They offered me
Like-
$80 for my 2010 Pro.
They
That's what I would offer you too.
Yeah.
you know what they offered my 2017 on Apple? $380, bro.
Oh no.
Where I can sell this on eBay for a good 600.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Well, guys, thank you for joining this Zoom podcast, and thank you for your inputs as well as everything else that we talked about tonight. Hopefully, the fans that are watching this or hearing this enjoyed it as well. Please comment either. I know Sam probably will post this on Instagram and stuff, and Derek is going to post it on YouTube. You know, comment, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about all this stuff we talked about. Yeah, just keep on going. Any plugins before we chunk deuce? Anybody want to throw in some stuff in there, or are we just good to go?
Just follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yeah, we're everywhere now. So
For
Do we have a TikTok?
Oh,
We need to
yeah,
make one.
We'll start one. Yeah, we'll start.
I
I
can-
think Sam has TikTok, so it's like.
I have
Okay.
not
Something on
downloaded
that.
TikTok, man. I have not touched.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it either.
yeah.
All right, we'll get one.
Yeah.
Sure. Hopefully next time we'll have Nikki on the podcast. She's a journalist for a lot of well-known magazines actually.
Mhm.
She's published a lot of articles in a lot of well-known magazines. She works on the music and whiskey industry.
Yeah, spirits. Yeah, spirits.
Yeah, spirits. So she's met a lot of cool artists as well as tried a lot of nice drinks. So there'll be a nice way to interview her and everything she's done, man. She's a really cool person. She just recently got married and so she's living life on there. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. You guys be safe with this whole COVID thing. Hopefully maybe in the coming months we'll be able to actually sit down together and really have a podcast just like the old days as well. But anyways, be safe. You guys have a good night.
Deuces.
Peace.
Deuce.
Laters.
Yeah.
Later.